Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to First Cut. This is our MCU Phase 4 wrap-up. We're here to talk about our top 3 favorite characters, new characters in the MCU Phase 4 so far. I'm here with RB3 in the house. I think one of the best parts of MCU Phase 4 is the introduction of these new characters, a lot of them side characters. I think that is really where they succeeded the most, whether it is in film or whether it is on TV. So we are here to break it down. I want to do our top 3 MCU new characters. This could be a character that had a really defining moment, that had some cool interactions. Doesn't have to be a main character with a lot of lines or a lot of moments. It could just be a character that really stood out to us that is new to the MCU so far. So I'm going to start with you, RB3, then we'll go back to me, and then we'll finish off going back and forth. So I'll start with you as far as one of your top 3 new MCU Phase 4 characters.
All right, top 3 new Phase 4 MCU characters. I'm gonna start with I had kind of like a rough time deciding how I was gonna pick this, so I'm just gonna go with my favorite movie of Phase 4, which is Wakanda Forever. And new character that we meet in there is Riri Williams, aka Ironheart. She is super fun. She's, for one, I mentioned it in our spoiler review for Wakanda Forever, but in a movie full of Wakandans and people who are inspired by African culture, she's really the only person who was like American, which is, I think, dope. And just her sense of humor was funny. Dominique Thorne had just a really amazing performance. And yeah, we we long for another Iron Man in the MCU. I'm glad we got another one who's funny, quick-witted, super intelligent, but also a dope Black girl too. So yeah, I'm down for Riri one of my favorite new characters.
Yeah, that's a great one for sure. And obviously, I love Wakanda Forever, so I feel like that fit perfectly. And I feel like that was a great introduction for her. It's a good way to introduce that character and obviously give her own Disney Plus show that we're going to see next year. For me, I'm going right off the bat with my number 1 homegirl, my Russian queen, my girl, Yelena. I feel like she stole or almost stole the movie away from Scarlett Johansson and Black Widow. And I feel like no one doesn't like her. Like, everyone likes her. Like, it's crazy how much of a fan base she already delivered. And I feel like a lot of credit is to Florence Pugh, and a lot of credit is to her performance and the way she's able to balance perfectly between drama and comedy, and the way she's able to bring this new version and new character of a Black Widow who's going to take on that mantle. I think she is just so phenomenal on so many different levels and layers, and she can blend in with so many different factors and phases of the MCU, with the crazy, ridiculous phase to the super dark and serious phase. So I feel like Yelena, for me, has got to be up there. Who's another one for you, RB3, that's in your top 3?
Well, in my top 3, I gotta go to my next favorite TV show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I'm talking about Loki. And we're talking about Loki. I gotta shout out my boy, He Who Remains.
He Who Remains.
But it's really an analogy for Kang the Conqueror, who is even though we see He Who Remains die, quote unquote, die at the end of this finale, we're seeing an introduction to the power and the might of Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And just the intro, not even a big action scene, not some sort of big sci-fi craziness. It was literally just a conversation with Loki and Sylvie. That is just Jonathan Majors is going ham, giving his best performance, highlighting the weirdness, the uniqueness of the world, but illustrating this kind of like predetermination inside the Marvel universe that kind of makes you wonder exactly how much of this is pre-written, how much of this is like supposed to be. It just makes you question everything about the universe, and all that being done within like a 9-10 minute scene and Loki is amazing. So I really appreciate He Who Remains and / Kang the Conqueror as a new character in Loki.
I feel like that's a great one. Obviously, that is the new Thanos. This is going to be the new big bad for future movies in the MCU and future projects in the MCU, where it's all going to be leading up to Kang. And we're going to see several movies that he pops up in. So shout out, obviously, to Kang the Conqueror, to whom me stole that show and stole that finale and delivered it on that perfect sign off, which is why we consider Loki to be probably the best MCU show to date. But speaking of MCU shows, I know I'm kind of cheating, but I'm still going to do it anyways, because I'm picking a main character in the MCU. But because I feel like she is such a underrated character in my opinion, considering her show wasn't as big and wasn't as popular as I think it should have been, and that is Miss Marvel. I am picking Kamala as my top 3 or one of my top 3 inside the new MCU introductions. I feel like she's an incredible character with so much charisma, so much passion, so much drive and joy that I feel like the actress brings to that character, and I can't wait to see more of her and more of her like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed like mentality and way of viewing life to the MCU. So for me, I'm pulling Kamala in my top 3. So how about you? Your final choice for your top 3?
Oh man, my final choice. Yeah, this is tough. I mean, since you picked the main character, I got to go with another main character in his own right, and that's my boy Shang-Chi. Even though this isn't it wasn't my favorite movie of Phase 4, but this is my favorite origin story introduction to a character that we've seen probably since the first Iron Man. And honestly, the martial arts, the sensitivity of that an actor like Simi Yu brings to a character like Shang-Chi, the father and son dynamic that I felt like was just prevalent and powerful throughout, and having them confront that journey all the way throughout the end. I thought it was just one of the best movies in the MCU. Bill Pope, who shot the film. Again, I'm being biased because maybe I really like the movie, but also I really like the character of Shang-Chi. I'm excited to see where he fits into the larger picture.
All right. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I might be cheating on a next level now. I just realized that I made my list and I didn't include my number 1 probably MCU character that is brand new, because I was gonna I had all these side characters. I could give a lot of love to the Eternals. Makari to me stole the show. I could get a lot of love to Moon Knight. I feel like the Scarlet Scarab, I thought she was amazing. I could get a lot of love to America, new homegirl for Doctor Strange. But I'm picking the king, the GOAT, the one who's putting the world on their knees. The surface world better watch out. God. The king of Talocan is here. Like Umbaku says, Kukulkan is in the house. Namor is my number 1 for the new MCU characters. I feel like him and all his people, every single person from Talocan is amazing, incredible, powerful, just so much to their characters with just them looking amazing and looking beautiful and looking powerful and delivering this quiet, subtle, strong performance that Tenoch Huerta gives us to Namor. I feel like that character and Namora and Atuma, but obviously Namor, if I'm picking one, is my number 1 new introduction for the MCU. What do you think of this list? So I got Namor, I got Yelena, and I got Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I was surprised when you said Yelena was your number 1. I was like, bro, there's no way I thought you were gonna pick Namor. I was gonna pick Namor until I realized, oh man, Andres ain't picked him yet.
Yeah, I have to, bro. There's a bunch of other like side girls that I could pick. Monica too. Well, shout out to Monica.
I was gonna pick Monica Rambeau. That would have been close for me too. Yeah, she's.
But I
great.
gotta pick my boy. I gotta pick my boy, bro. He's Talocan represent. Mkukulkan. Come on.
He's definitely the most dangerous villain we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Phase 4, and he's the only one who survived all the way through. I guess the mystery of Wanda is like kind of still up in the air, but like, yeah, he's the only one who made it all the way through. So I'm definitely here to see what he's going to deliver.
Give us your list one more time too.
Yeah, my list was number 1, Riri. I mean, this is in actually no particular order, but Riri Williams. From Wakanda Forever, He Who Remains, aka Kang from Loki, and the man Shang-Chi himself. Those are my top 3 right there.
Obviously, guys, those were our top 3 new MCU characters. Let us know in the comments down below. What is your list? Obviously, we missed quite a bit. Sylvie is another cool one. A lot of people love She-Hulk. So let us know in the comments down below. What is your top 3 MCU new introduction characters? I feel like, again, that is some of the best stuff that the Marvel Cinematic Universe does, is give us these new characters and make us want to see more of them. So let us know in the comments down below what you think. Subscribe to First Cut if you haven't done so already. You can follow me at Squad Leader Ace and RB3.
You can follow me at Director RB3.
But either way, guys, for the First Cut crew, we're going to be peacing out. So peace.